And one that we don't hear of as often, at least on our channel, is drivers are able to call the Nürburgring their home track. And in fact, really is accurate for the 75 team, BlackTreeRaceCrew, Reutering in the number 75, currently sharing that one with the likes of Thomas Silbernail, as we've been told by our resident German speaker. And they live, from what I understand, I think less than 30 minutes away. Very jealous of everybody who's actually got to go and drive this circuit. More so than Nordschleife, I should say, is that's on my bucket list. I want to get there eventually. He's kind of all on his own here is Bernhard. Sitting in 8th position. Kind of cruising around, and that was Dick Mueller just behind him, who we saw duck in, flashing by. The 30 takes a pit stop. So does the 36. First and second place are now on the lane. We're looking at 8th for GTEs, and I think Reutering just got the spot. That was going by the likes of Jaeger. Had a nice run coming out of Bilstein. As they break into the VLN chicane, it'll be an easy pass for the Porsche.
And remember that Jeff Jaeger, that Ferrari, still has a little bit of damage, so not the hardest pass in the world to make, but, you know, any pass you do through that corner still takes a little bit of effort.
Jaeger now into 9th now, but still running. We've got an hour and 30 left to go, so anything can happen. Led farther up in 8th position, Torres being chased by Silvernail. So as our drivers work their way through the turn 11 and into the Bilstein complex, heading down to one of the lowest parts of the circuit. And climbs way back up for them. Right on board, this is Thomas, hometown boy, trying to see if he can get himself something a little better than a 9th. As this has been happening, I'm also keeping half an eye on 2nd in the LMP2s, because Statler is catching up to Massey.
Remember, Massey, I don't think, Massey's on old tires, I believe. And remember, he's on lower downforce as well to the TechSense guys. So I expect the Athena car to rock.
Come through the opening hairpin and the Haug hook. So they then switch directions and head into the Mercedes arena. Watching from on board, Silvernail's Porsche, looking back at the BMW of Torres's Hard Promises Racing 117. Joey, it's starting to feel like things are really settling in, though. We played up this restart as being so dramatic and potential chaos, and it unfolded, I'd say, somewhat uneventfully, and now it just feels like everybody's kind of in a rhythm.
Yep, everyone definitely in a rhythm, and it seems like pretty much everyone is running essentially single file right now, but as we start to see the classes merge back together again, as everyone starts lapping at their own pace, we are starting to see a little bit of interesting dynamic, especially with these GT battles, the GT4 battles that are coming up. I think we'll start getting some excitement very soon.
I suspect excitement's maybe the last thing a few of them want. As we continue to watch Torres try to chase on Silvernail. Can't quite get as close. Needs to be definitely closer than that. In fact, he seems to struggle coming off of Coca-Cola. We heard Cy talking about it, that these Porsches just have incredible launches coming off of slow turns with that mechanical grip on the rear tires. Big lockup down into Howard Cook. Torres maybe tried a bit too hard to make up for the shortcomings of that Bimmer.
Well, the Bimmer's strength is being able to nail those curbs, and there aren't too many curbs around this track. The only ones really being the ones in the Schumacher S, and maybe you could count the ones in the chicane as well, the VLN chicane. But that's the biggest things here, and honestly, they don't gain you that much time.
Another lockup in front of him, though. That time we saw the puff of smoke come from Silvernail, but just a tiny one from the 75 as he extends himself farther and farther away from the 117. Oh! And another one. Maybe not. Silvernail feeling a little bit of the pressure.
Yeah, the bake there can really catch you out if you're late on the brakes. The inside of the track just falls away from you. The inside tire just locks incredibly easily.
It retains that
That's a
9/10
late dive from the LMP2.
Yeah, that was Jack Stiles. Well, and we've talked about this. He's got to hustle to make sure and cover himself off so that the likes of XMB and Switch It don't manage to jump them in the pit cycle. He's got 21 seconds currently over Athena, the sister car. As these last few minutes progress to 0. So, 6th place, Hectus, and a battle with Silvernail, who takes a look down into Valvoline once again. Not often that passes work, but he shakes him. And Silvernail's going to get into 6th as Hectus finds himself outbraking into 4th.
A little bit of celebratory weaving there, sort of showing dominance. I made you mess up, and I know it.
Let's take another look at this one. Bit surprised. Hectus has been really good this season here in the Majors and Team Endurance Challenge. Just sent it in and made sure that he didn't make contact with the car. So focused on his mirrors, that green and white Ferrari found itself offline and hands it over.